There's some real money in the room.
At some point, you start working with Trill Entertainment.
Right.
How long after you start working before you get with Trill?
Not long, because Donkey. I want to say Donkey came home, and when Donkey came home, he was more like I had knew him well enough for him to say, "I'm gonna get your CD and I'm gonna give it to Boosie." So he took my CD and he gave it to Boosie. But at this point in time, Boosie was still with Loc, so it really wasn't, much he can do. But he co-signed. He was like, "Yeah, he tight." You know what I'm saying? So from there, I just continued working, and I had took another trip to jail, and then when I came home, then I got approached by. Well, I got a call, and it was Boosie, and he was telling me to come to the studio downtown. And when I came, he was telling me about what he was finna do. So once we talked, I was like, yeah, I'm all for it. And then Mel and Turk stepped in.
Okay, so I was gonna ask about that because I thought they were the ones over Trill.
They was.
It wasn't Boosie.
They was.
Okay.
But Boosie I guess he felt that as a way of saying, okay, this is something new that I'm finna do. So I'm gonna pull you in now. So it was like, this was like in the beginning stages of Trill.
Okay, so to my understanding, right? Boosie was originally with CeeLo, right?
Right.
CeeLo gets locked up,
right,
and Boosie and his producer move on, and they get with Trill. You know what I'm saying? And
so,
I guess Donk get out, and shout out Donk, by the way, Pastor Donk. You know what I'm saying? Good,
shout out
man.
to Donk.
That's a good man right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Donk get out, and you having a relationship prior with Donk, he's bringing you to Boosie, and Boosie like, I'm about to get with them, and you gonna be, you Trill, but you my camp type shit.
No, because his camp, like the label, the name ain't even had been said yet. Okay. Like it wasn't nothing about no name. It was just, okay, there go Boosie. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This what I'm finna do. Okay, introduce them. Boom, boom, boom. We run it. What's up? What's up? Boom, boom, boom. I'm Turk. Boom, boom, boom. Which I already knew of from the streets. And from hearing about boom, 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 this Mel. Now, one of Mel partners was one of my partners, a guy named Ron Green. So I had already knew about him too. So from that, I had, I was kind of like proud. I feel it was like a proud moment because I knew these guys were from the streets, but they was trying to do something else. And they were saying like, okay, cool, we gonna take our money and put it into you. And I was like, damn, that's all I need, So me and Boo did a few songs that night. We did Say Big Head Is Going Down in SSB, Say Boo that night. And we did another song called Superheroes, and we did another song that night. And I'm saying to myself like, okay, now, do I get some money right here, So I was kind of like, anxious, I didn't know what to expect, but I just knew, we had to record. It was good. It was me and Boosie, like this was a good moment for me. But then when I pulled out, I wrecked my car. Like I ran into a pole because I couldn't see it. And then it turned back into a bad idea. And I went the other way, and then I ended back up in jail. And then at this time, when I got out, Phat was old enough. So Phat came and said, my daddy looking for you. And come to find out, now at this point.
Now, for those who don't know, you're referring to Lil Phat.
Yeah, Lil Phat. That's my little homie.
Was the CEO
right,
of Trill.
Right. See, he was my little homie. Like, I knew his parents, his family, all them, like, because we came up in the same area. So when he came and told me, that made me more, that inspired me more. Now, keep in mind, I don't know at this point that this is the same dude that I talked to downtown with Boosie and Turk. I don't really know this is the same dude because he's saying his dad. You know, so I'm like, well, what your dad looking for me for? You know, so when they pulled up, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, bet. Now it's all coming together. Now I'm feeling more comfortable now because this is his dad. So I'm like, yeah. So you know, we do a little bit more work. That's when we work on that's when the song Girl Go Ahead came out, and we did that was on, I want to say, Ghetto Stories. And then by the time Ghetto Stories was coming out, we was working on that. A lot of people was acknowledging me from being with Trill, because I want to say for my thugs, I want to say hadn't came out, or one of them CDs, and I was on it with Boosie, and it hadn't came out. So they knew I was with them, so they was just waiting, and then Girl Go Ahead was on the radio. So by then, I had to get in the game deep then, because I had fame with no money. Because I still hadn't got no money, so I got back in the game, and this time I got in heavy, landed back in jail. And I was with him this time, the whole time I was in jail. And Turk was sending me money orders and everything. Shout out to Turk. And when I came home, they was rolling.
It was already.
Yeah, it was time.
So you were actually part of the foundation of Trill.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as the foundation, like the opening day. You
Definitely.
there for the ribbon cutting, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as the ribbon gets cut, you taking a trip.
Wow.
Then you get back, it's getting serious, and you taking another trip.
Wow.
And you get out, and now you see it's serious.
And I was just, it was, girl, give me that pussy.
Hey, RealToon, it's some real money in the room.